Hey guys, Wargamer Bucks here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a slightly different video to normal. I want to talk to you about an extremely rare illness that my wife suffers from, and her twin sister also. It's called fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva. Now I know that's a big mouthful, so they shortened it down to F.O.P. Basically, it's such a rare disease that I think there's only around 700 recognised cases in the whole world. So if you think about all of the millions upon millions of people, that's a pretty insignificant number. But for these people, it affects them such a great amount that I can't even begin to explain. Okay, now let me explain a little bit about how it affects the patients or the sufferers. Basically, if they, for instance, bang their arm or fall over and hurt their leg, the muscle around the area that was hit is all turned to bone. I know it sounds extremely unlikely, but believe me, it is certainly true. There's not really an explanation for it. Nobody knows why it happens, but any sort of trauma to the muscle causes a flare-up and turns it to bone. That's all I can say really. It's a progressive disease, so it's never going to get better. It's only going to get worse. And literally any time she bangs herself, there's a chance that it could cause a flare-up. They're extremely painful, and as I'm sure you can understand, when the bone forms, especially around joints, it locks the joint. So my wife, for example, I'll just go through how it's affected her. This arm here is completely seized up in this position. So she can't move it up, she can't move it down, she can't do this. So it's stuck like this permanently forever until hopefully one day they find a cure. But that's a different thing. This arm here, she used to be able to, up until last year, lift it up, use it fairly normally, feed herself, brush her hair, do her makeup. But now this one is locked nearly in a similar position. I'd say it's probably stuck about like that. She does have a bit more sort of flexibility with it, but again, it's nothing major. So she can't lift it up higher than this, and she can hardly straighten it basically. I'm sure you can understand that this is very, very bad for her, because it stops her from doing her makeup, brushing her hair, eating. She can't feed herself. Sorry. She can't feed herself, she can't take a drink. Anything that involves doing something to the upper half of your body, she can't do. Now that's not the only places that are affected. Her neck has also had a few flare-ups. So she can't fully twist her neck about. Her leg, she broke that when she was a child, and that's really where it all kicked off. So her leg is out of use completely basically. It's sort of, she has to hop around everywhere that she goes. She can't manage long distances, so she has a wheelchair, and she can manage short distances on crutches, but still it's not advisable because that would cause more flare-ups in and around her chest because she's using those muscles so much. So it's not a good situation for her at the minute. Just so you can begin to comprehend the sort of struggle that my wife goes through every day in her life, day in, day out. If you get, I don't know, a belt or a piece of string or a rope or whatever, and tie it around, just above your elbow, right around, tie it in a knot, and then just try and do a few things like that, like without being able to move your arms up and down. Then you will begin to see how much of an effort everything is. Like, she can't put herself up off the sofa or anything like that. And it even stops her going out and enjoying things, like you and me. Like, say for example, we just wanted to go out and take a bike ride or go to a theme park or something like that. She can't. She has to look at everything in a certain perspective where She has to analyse whether it's going to be sort of a threat to her almost. For example, if she wanted to go on a roller coaster, she'd have to think, well, is it going to knock me around or is it going to jerk me or anything? 9 out of 10 times it will, so she has to just kind of sit it out if anybody else wants to go on it. Just little things like that, so it really is having an effect on her life. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, luckily. There is a group of medical doctors, obviously, researching it in Philadelphia and also in Oxford, in England, I think. And they are getting extremely close to having a cure or a stopper or some sort of thing that they think is going to help. It's kind of based off stem cell treatment. To be honest with you, it's a long way down the line, but it's good news. Like anything like this is amazing. Like, to think that my wife could possibly have a chance of living a normal life again. It means the world to me. I would do actually anything for it. So we're kind of holding out hope, a bit of hope for that. But we have heard that they're going to start human trials soon. So again, that's just such great news. I can't explain. But the thing is, this is not a government-funded thing. It's not like the likes of Cancer Research UK, all of these other big charities. They all have money coming in from the government grants to help them with their research. F.O.P, because it's such a small disease, such a hardly known disease, it's not. So basically we have to raise all of the funds to keep the research ourselves. Now, I know what you're all thinking. I'm not going to ask you to dig into your pockets and donate money here and there and do all this. All I'm asking is for a simple like and a subscription. Now let me explain why. Because the families have to raise the money for the research and everything every year. Last year we did it, but every year we have to raise, I think it's around £125,000. Now, as you can imagine, between 700 people, that's an awful lot of money. So basically me and my wife are trying to do things to help out as much as we can. So I've made a promise that if I do ever get around to earning anything off of this channel, I will donate a large percentage of it to the research. Also, we're going to be hosting a sort of pub quiz type event with a raffle, and we're going to be getting local businesses to donate prizes, so hopefully that should generate a bit more money for us to give off to this charity, which, to be honest with you, I'm not sure how much it'll help, but anything's better than nothing, you know. So please everybody, if you find yourself watching this video, just hit like, hit subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds, 2 clicks of a mouse, or 2 presses of a button on your phone, and to be honest with you, it would make a world of difference to me and my wife. If I can come back and say to you guys, look, over the year with your help I've donated blah blah blah, that would just be amazing. And I won't forget about it. I will be using the rest of the money I don't donate to show my appreciation to you guys. I'm going to upgrade the channel quite extensively. Obviously I'm just on my phone, but I'm going to get a camera. I'm going to get a laptop so I can upload high HD videos. I will be doing giveaways. So please everybody, just hit like, subscribe, and hopefully it'll go some of the way to changing my wife's life. Thank you so much for watching and taking time out to hear about this.